Do you often feel stressed and overwhelmed? You're definitely not alone. Stress, that unwelcome yet seemingly constant companion, is an everyday reality for many of us. It weaves its way through our lives, affecting everything from our physical health to our relationships, from our productivity at work to our overall sense of happiness. It's a universal experience, a common thread that binds us all. But stress, despite its prevalence, is not something we should simply accept as a given. Our journey today is all about understanding stress, and more importantly, learning how to manage it. We're here to arm you with practical, actionable techniques that can help you navigate through life's turbulent waters with a little more ease and a lot more confidence. So, what can we do to manage stress effectively? Let's dive into it. To combat stress, we first need to understand it. Stress is like an unwelcome guest at a party. It pops up uninvited, overstays its welcome, and often leaves you with a headache. But what exactly is this intruder? Stress, in simplest terms, is your body's response to any kind of demand or threat. When you sense danger, whether real or imagined, your body's defenses kick into high gear in a rapid, automatic process known as the fight or flight response or the stress response. This response can save your life in emergency situations, giving you extra strength to defend yourself, for instance, or spurring you to slam on the brakes to avoid a car accident. However, stress isn't always helpful. When it becomes chronic, it can wreak havoc on your health and quality of life. You see, our bodies are designed to handle small doses of stress, but we are not equipped to handle long-term, chronic stress without ill effects. Now, let's break down stress into three different types: acute, episodic, and chronic. Acute stress is the most common form of stress. It's your body's immediate reaction to a new challenge, event, or demand, and it triggers your fight or flight response. While acute stress can be thrilling and exciting, too much of it is exhausting. Next, we have episodic stress, which is acute stress that occurs frequently. People who frequently experience acute stress often live a life of chaos and crisis. They're always in a rush, but always late. If this sounds like you, it might be worth exploring ways to change your lifestyle or seeking help from a professional. Lastly, we have chronic stress. This is the grinding stress that wears people away day after day, year after year. Chronic stress destroys bodies, minds, and lives. It's the stress of unrelenting demands and pressures for seemingly interminable periods of time. Now that we know what stress is, let's move on to how we can handle it. There are many strategies to manage stress, and they don't have to be complicated. Let's dive into the first two techniques: deep breathing exercises and regular physical activity. Picture this. You're in a stressful situation, your heart is racing, your palms are sweaty. What's the first thing you instinctively do? You take a deep breath. Deep breathing exercises are a natural stress reliever. When we breathe deeply, we send a message to our brains to calm down and relax. The brain then sends this message to our bodies, and tension begins to ease. Putting deep breathing exercises into practice is as straightforward as it sounds. Find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Breathe in slowly and deeply through your nose, letting your chest and lower belly rise as you fill your lungs. Let your abdomen expand fully. Then breathe out slowly through your mouth or nose. Repeat this exercise several times a day, especially when you find yourself in a stressful situation. It's like having a mini relaxation session at your disposal, anytime, anywhere. Our second technique is regular physical activity. Exercise may seem like the last thing you want to do when you're stressed, but it's a potent stress buster. When we exercise, our bodies release chemicals called endorphins. These are our body's natural mood lifters. They help us feel happier, more relaxed, and less stressed. Regular physical activity can take many forms. You don't necessarily have to hit the gym for an hour every day. It could be as simple as taking a brisk 20-minute walk during your lunch break, dancing to your favorite tunes in the living room, or practicing yoga before bed. The key is to find an activity you enjoy and make it a part of your daily routine. These techniques are simple, but they can make a significant difference. Deep breathing exercises and regular physical activity are not just ways to manage stress. They're steps towards a healthier, happier you. So take that deep breath, lace up those sneakers, and let's begin our journey to stress less. Scene script. Let's continue with more stress management techniques. As we journey through the world of stress management, it's essential to remember that our bodies are our vehicles in this journey. Just like any vehicle, the fuel we put in matters. This brings us to our next technique, maintaining a balanced diet. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to grab a quick meal on the go, often sacrificing nutritional value for convenience. But did you know that what you eat can significantly impact your stress levels? Nutrient-rich foods such as fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains can help to regulate our mood and energy levels, keeping stress at bay. On the other hand, high-sugar, high-fat foods may give us a quick energy boost, but often lead to a crash that can exacerbate feelings of stress and anxiety. Now, let's talk practicality. How can we incorporate a balanced diet into our busy lives? Meal planning and prepping can be your secret weapons. Dedicate a few hours each week to plan your meals, focusing on incorporating a variety of nutrients. Prepare these meals in advance when possible, and you'll have healthy, stress-busting foods at your fingertips. Our next technique is ensuring sufficient sleep. Sleep is when our bodies rest, recharge, and repair. It's our personal system reboot, if you will. When we are sleep-deprived, our capacity to handle stress diminishes. We become more reactive and less resilient, making it harder to cope with everyday challenges. So how can we improve our sleep? Establishing a regular sleep schedule, creating a restful environment, and practicing a relaxing bedtime routine can greatly enhance sleep quality. Aim for 7 to 9 hours per night. And remember, quality matters just as much as quantity. In essence, managing stress isn't just about tackling the stresses themselves, but also about taking care of our bodies so that they are better equipped to handle stress. By maintaining a balanced diet and ensuring sufficient sleep, we're not just managing stress, we're promoting overall health and well-being. Remember, it's all about balance and giving your body what it needs. There's more to stress management than just physical well-being. In this journey of stress management, it's essential to understand that our mental and emotional well-being plays a significant role in shaping our responses to stress. Yes, physical activities like exercise, yoga, or even a simple walk in the park can help alleviate stress. But let's not overlook the power of our minds in this equation. Let's start with positive self-talk. It's a technique that can have a profound impact on our stress levels. It's about replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. Now, this might not come naturally to all of us. After all, we're often our own harshest critics. But with practice, we can cultivate a habit of positive self-talk. For instance, instead of saying, "I can't do this," try saying, "This is challenging, but I'll figure it out." It's about shifting your perspective and focusing on solutions rather than problems. Another technique that's been gaining recognition for its stress-busting properties is mindfulness. At its core, mindfulness is about being present and fully engaged in the here and now. It's about observing without judgment and accepting things as they are, rather than as we wish they would be. This practice can help us reduce stress by making us more aware of our thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. So, how can you cultivate mindfulness? Start by setting aside a few minutes each day for mindfulness practice. This could be anything from mindful breathing exercises to simply sitting quietly and observing your thoughts without judgment. The goal is not to empty your mind, but rather to become an observer of your thoughts. Remember, stress management isn't just about taking care of your body, but also about nurturing your mind. When we take care of our mental and emotional well-being, we're better equipped to handle stress, face challenges, and bounce back from setbacks. Caring for your mind is just as important as caring for your body.